Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Tuesday, the 11th of July, 2023. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Story number 1, the S&P ASX 200 closed up 1.5% today to 7,109 points, pretty much retracing all of yesterday's losses. Tech stocks led the way with the sub-index up 2.6%, but the gains were widespread with real estate, consumer discretionary and materials stocks doing well, as did financials. ANZ, National Australia Bank and Macquarie Group were all up by more than 2%. Goodman Group jumped 2.5%, while REA rose 3.2%. The top 40 stocks all ended the day in positive territory. Best in the day was IT service group Megaport after it provided new earnings guidance for this year. Its share price jumped 34%. Bellevue Gold was another strong performer, up 15%. Story number 2, the Nasdaq 100 on Wall Street has a problem. It represents 100 stocks, which are primarily technology-based. The index is weighted as per the size of the individual companies in that 100. But the run on big tech stocks this year means that just 6 stocks, Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, Nvidia, Amazon, and Tesla, now represent 51% of the index. That means the Nasdaq 100 isn't very representative of the broader industry. Nasdaq has decided to re-weight the index. Not many details out there, but it looks like the top 6 will be capped at a 40% weighting, which to my mind takes away some of the value of the index. Story number 3. Victoria has been named the toughest and most expensive place in Australia to do business by ANZ boss Shane Elliott, adding to the chorus of business leaders complaining about recent tax hikes in the southern state. ANZ, which is based in Melbourne and employs 19,000 staff in the state, will have to pay an extra $30 million as a result of the payroll tax hike in May, an increase that will swell the state government's coffers by about $3.9 billion. Elliott asked the question, why are we taxing something that is good? He has a point. Payroll tax is dumb. Why do governments tax companies for giving people jobs? It's not just Victoria, they all do it. The 0.5% increase in payroll tax comes on top of the 0.5% mental health levy announced by the Andrews government recently. Elliott said ultimately the costs get paid by customers, and ANZ will look at hiring more people in Queensland if its bid for Suncorp is successful. Story number 4, tourists received no health and safety warnings before they landed on New Zealand's most active volcano ahead of a 2019 eruption that killed 22 people, a prosecutor claimed today. There were 47 people on White Island, the tip of an undersea volcano, when superheated steam erupted on December 9. Most of the 25 people who survived were severely burnt. The island's owners, brothers Andrew, James and Peter Buttle, their company and tour operators went on trial today for allegedly failing to adequately protect tourists and staff. Prosecutor Christy McDonald said in opening, the prosecution case was that the eruption at the popular tourist destination was not predictable, but was foreseeable. The 20 tourists and 2 tour guides who died were given no warning of the risks, she said. And story number 5, Turkey's President Erdogan has agreed to support Sweden's membership of NATO, opening the way for the Nordic country to join the US-led bloc. Turkey has been blocking membership for more than a year, but Erdogan lifted his veto after a meeting yesterday. He linked his support to Turkey's long-stalled EU bid, according to the Financial Times. The lifting of the Erdogan bloc opens the way for Turkey's parliament to approve Swedish entry into the US-led military alliance, a step seen as critical in strengthening the defence of Eastern Europe in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. That's it for the afternoon report for Tuesday, the 11th of July, 2023. Michael Thompson and I will be back tomorrow morning with a Wednesday edition of Fear and Greed. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.